He thought he was just an ordinary person. Little did he know that he just hammered Xiantai. He even promoted Xiantai to Shintai. Ishizaki Satoshi on the side was surprised to find that he had broken through. Zhòng also feels his body is hot. My physique has been tempered by an expert invisibly. The grandpa and grandson excitedly shook hands with tears in their eyes. Let's level up together. This made Chen Fan speechless for a while. This grandson is really sick. At this moment, Xiaowu came in with a plate of golden pears. Tell Chen Fan to eat some fruit and take a break. Okay. Thank you, Xiaowu. Immediately excitedly said yes. At this time, Xiaowu also saw that what Chen Fan made was a hairpin. Involuntarily began to get excited. Could this be Mr. Chen planning to give it to me? And Chen Fan ate most of the golden pears without realizing it. This made the two people on the side of Zhòng dumbfounded. It's worthy of being an expert who took so many drugs at once. Did not die violently. And Chen Fan said to Xiaowu at this time that he will prepare the dinner. If Xiǎng girl comes back, call him to have dinner together. Xiaowu couldn't help but feel a little disappointed when he heard this. But still said hello. I muttered in my heart that Mr. Chen, you were so kind to that Zhang Ayahan. Are you really planning to double cultivate with him? Hairpin pear. I still have hope. Thinking of this, Xiaowu felt a little calmer. But Chen Fan didn't notice the change in Xiaowu's mood. Focus on that black iron. As Chen Fan continued to exercise the hairpin. Outside, suddenly the sky was clear and thunderbolts fell. Zhòng, Yi-sun and the two looked completely crazy. Forging this magical weapon by an expert is not only for the Emperor's soldiers to compete in the future. Unexpectedly, a shiny hairpin will be done. Chen Fan's face showed a trace of disappointment. Unsatisfactory. This dark iron is just a little bit better than gold iron. It's barely usable. These words directly made sure Zhòng vomit blood 300 times. Martha. It's all a thunderstorm and it's just barely enough. Master, have you considered our feelings when you said this? Chen Fan sighed softly. That's all. Anyway, it's just a handmade work to try to make a breakthrough next time. Then put the hairpin in your hand and fill it up. But when he twirled the hairpin, the thunderclouds outside are gathering. Unexpectedly, Lei Yun left in style. Disappeared without a trace. The two of Zhòng could no longer be calm. Fuck, the legendary icing just disappeared like this. Chen Fan couldn't help but think that there is only such a small ball of wanchy black iron. Otherwise, you can upgrade everyone's alliance. Hear this. Zhòng quickly said that he still had some black iron at home. Go back now. After saying that, he ran out in a hurry. Mr. Chen, just wait for my good news. Ha ha. And the wind brought by him when he was running directly blew the book in Xiaowu's hand. Lao Qin and the two immediately started cursing at him. They all blushed and called Lao Qin to put it away quickly. It would be embarrassing to be seen by an expert. But Lao Yi supported Lao Qin's statement this time. Han Xiaowu took the opportunity to confirm his position as mistress. Lao Qin also said that Zhang Haoan must never let Zhang Haoan take the lead. Then spread out his coat to reveal all kinds of books inside. You just watch and study hard. After reading it, I still have a lot here. At night, Chen Fan opened the door of the study. Invite Zhang Haoan to go in and have a brief chat with himself. I thought in my heart that since Her Majesty the Queen went up the mountain to test her talents, it's better to take the initiative than to wait. I might as well find a job for myself. And Zhang Haoan was shocked when he entered the study. Calligraphy, painting, imagery, poetry, rhyme, murderous spirit. What a powerful force. Mr. Chen asked me to come here tonight just to show me the study? Chen Fan said of course not. I think Xiǎng girl looks extraordinary. Presumably with the world in mind. I will discuss the affairs of the world without talent. I want to ask Xiǎng girl for advice. Then here comes the problem. If you were in the same room with Empress Zhang Haoan, what is the question you most want to ask? Chen Fan stacked a few books and wrote a country. The four walls represent Xiǎng quotient. Then said he wanted the country to be indestructible. Strong power and quotient need to go hand in hand. Then I took out a beam and a few brushes. The beam is like the king of the country. The brush next to it is like a minister of civil and military affairs. Monarchs and ministers should rely on each other and borrow strength from each other. Only together can we support the roof of this study. The comparison between you and you is really interesting. What about the roof? Who is the roof? As expected of a girl. That's what I'm about to say. As Chen Fan spoke, he took out a few more sheets of paper. Lie down and cover the study. The roof is naturally the people of the world. Zhang Haoan suddenly turned pale with shock. Chen Fan is just a pile of books, paper, and pens. to conjure up such a majestic feat. Contains such a powerful scripture. Let his cultivation gradually grow to the peak of the 5th level. Zhang Haowen suddenly realized. It turned out that I had completely misunderstood. Chen Fan's way of doing things is not to respect strength. It's about relaxation and relaxation, advancing and retreating together. Chen Fan saw him in a daze. I made an excuse to go out and make tea. I believe he will soon be conquered by my knowledge and intelligence. Tied to the emperor's thighs, the wealth is incomparable, and the country is just around the corner. At this time, Zhang Haowen was still in Qinxi. A few words from an expert not only pointed out the way for me to govern the country. It also allowed me to break through the realm and be only one step away from the Holy Realm. Chen Fan, you are so extraordinary. Just as he was thinking, a bright light suddenly appeared behind him. Turning around, I found that the light came from a hairpin. And the emperor's soldier Tián looking on the side was trembling unceasingly. What a horror! Even the emperor's soldier Tián is afraid of him. Zhang Haowen stretched out his hand curiously. A powerful sharpness appeared when he touched the hairpin. That hairpin crazily devoured Zhang Haowen's cultivation. Zhang Haowen couldn't break free with all his strength. If this goes on like this, he will be squeezed dry. In the next second, 2 golden dragons rushed out of the hairpin. Before Zhang Haowen could react, the golden little dragon got into his eyes. After a burst of pain, Zhang Haowen felt extremely comfortable in his body. Zhang Haowen's face is full of disbelief. This turned out to be the awakening of blood. After a while, the blood will be awakened. Zhang Haowen slowly fell back to the ground. At this time, he only felt that his body was getting hotter and hotter. After the bloodline awakened, he felt cold. In the next second, the sky and the earth change color and dark clouds cover. Rolling thunder is about to take shape. Seeing this, Xiao Wu's heart suddenly became colder. Could it be that Chen Gongzi and Zhang Haowen have already double cultivated? Qiáng Tián is also in cold sweat. It's over, let him take the lead. The position of Xiao Wu's mistress may not be kept. Emperor Lu Xinxing was also taken aback when he saw that day. In just the past day, another strong man in the Holy Realm appeared. Zhang Haowen also never expected. I just touched an expert's method. He actually helped himself to awaken the profile for the cold body. Now as long as you survive the thunder, you can break through to the Holy Realm. Because the awakening of Tianhan holy body made him cold on the outside and hot on the inside. At this time, he was so hot that he couldn't stand it. I just want to leave Chen Fan's study and find a place to spend the holidays with peace of mind. And Chen Fan, who has the title of God of Medicine, saw Zhang Haowen's abnormality at a glance. Zhang Haowen only said that it was because of the hot weather that he was wearing waves. Just go back and change into thinner clothes. Chen Fan quickly grabbed Zhang Haowen's hand with a snap. Swipe to wrap his arms around his waist. Then start to pulse him with the left foot. Zhang Haowen was shocked that his agitated blood was being suppressed. But Chen Fan didn't find anything wrong. Speaking of him, it should be caused by too much emotional ups and downs. Zhang Haowen was in a panic at this time. The catastrophe is about to come. What are you selling at this time? If you don't prepare for the festival, wouldn't it be ashes? Then he quickly held Chen Fan's hand. Thank you to Chen Fan, turn around and walk out. Unexpectedly, Chen Fan is like an eagle catching chickens. Pulled Zhang Haowen back. At this time, the catastrophe has fallen. So the question is, this empress is dressed like this. What would it be like to change into thinner clothes? Is there any word to describe? Zhang Haowen put one hand on Chen Fan's chest. When I was about to say something, Chen Fan handed the dragon hairpin back to Zhang Haowen to put it on. Zhang Haowen suddenly turned pale with shock. The connection between Shang Jia and himself was actually cut off. In the next second, the hairpin turned golden. Chen Fan said that this hairpin is called Icefire Dragon Hairpin. It looks cyan. But if you meet a destined person, it will turn golden. Now it seems that he was destined for you and gave it to you. In the face of such a domineering and unscrupulous expert, Zhang Haowen quickly took a step back and touched the hairpin. Chen Fan said solemnly. Treasures match beauty. You like it is her best home. Chen Fan really felt very exciting inside. It actually made me flirt with Her Majesty the Queen. It made him feel very happy. At this time, Zhang Haowen's temperament has undergone a huge change after stepping into the Holy Realm. I saw him domineeringly open the door with both hands. Snorted. The legendary Holy Land is nothing more than that. Turn the screen. Chen Fan looked at the workers picking up a lot of golden bells. According to this development, I guess I am young. The small goal of earning 100 million can be achieved. In order to promote the brand of the global village, Chen Fan also specially designed work clothes for the workers. Qiáng Tián and Sun Wufan, who put on work clothes, were very happy. people who said they left the global village in the comments. Not only do you double your income this year, but you can also have a partner. Chen Fan waved his hand and shouted. Set off. A mighty convoy transports golden bells for sale. Seeing this, Chen Fan sighed helplessly. Zhang Haoan asked him why he sighed. Chen Fan said that the countries in the Xinwu continent are relatively certain to die. Hearing this, Zhang Haoan suddenly realized. The general trend of the world is divided for a long time and for a long time. And the Xinwu continent has been divided for many years. Now is the time for unification. Hearing these words, Chen Fan immediately regained his spirit. Looks like my crazy hints from last night are finally working. The queen is finally going to decide to ask me to come out to assist her. Little did he know that Zhang Haoan just waved his hands and said goodbye. I've benefited a lot from bothering these days. There are still some vulgar things at the bottom of my mountain. I will take my leave. Since the master wants me to unify the luck for him. Then the position of the commander-in-chief of the armed forces is my duty. Thinking of this, he turned around and strode away. Chen Fan panicked. What's going on? The script is not right. Didn't you want to take me down the mountain together? Then frantically scratching his head and posing in an attempt to attract the queen's attention. Don't look around. Just take a look and I'll go with you. Your Majesty, don't be so heartless. Look back at me. See the queen, don't look back. Chen Fan suddenly cried in despair. On the way down the mountain, Zhang Haoan happened to meet Yi Qinggu. Two women face each other, killing intense surges among the sleeping guests. Earlier Xiao Wu saw that holy. I thought that Zhang Haoan and Chen Fan had already become murderous. Seeing that Zhang Haoan is leaving now. So they scolded him for wanting to pat his ass and leave. Zhang Haoan is very aware of Xiao Wu's position in Chen Fan and Wuming Mountain. He is the only one who is not suppressed by the Wuming Mountain formation. Its strength is also unfathomable. Against oneself. Might as well make him an accomplice. So he said he was very clear. He is very concerned about his relationship with Chen Fan. But if you make fun of me because of it, inevitably some are not general. Hearing this, Xiao Wu instantly became hostile towards him. How dare you say that I don't know the general? Zhang Haoan said that Chen Fan is such an excellent man. But now you are Mr. Chen's double cultivation principle. Then you shouldn't leave now. Zhang Haoan said that Xiao Wu is really understanding. But your head is full of yellow stuff. That's why I said you don't know the general. Like Mr. Chen, I pretend to be the world of Kyushu in my heart. Only when I dominate the country can I be more worthy of being Mr. Chen. Xiao Wu suddenly suffered a little critical damage. Could it be that my thoughts are too dirty? I saw Zhang Haoan going up to ambush Xiao Wu. After Zhang Haoan's earnest persuasion. Only then did the two reach a consensus to assist Chen Fan together. Help him found Xianqiu industry. At this time, Xiao Wu's hostility towards him also completely dissipated. Before leaving, Zhang Haoan made an okay gesture. Get the perfect brainwashing.
Damn.